Melnik is Russian Semitic.
Oh.
Yeah. Technically, it's Ukrainian, isn't it?
Well, that's where all the Melniks went.
Oh, sure.
Was to the Ukraine.
Yeah, there's a thing called pogroms.
And that's when you had the really thick one that you would slam down and just and make the other ones fly all over the place.
Because the Scholastic Book Fair would come through and you'd be like, oh, Pogs!
Do we want to introduce this podcast or?
No.
Okay.
We're talking about Pogs.
He's fucking done, man. Just Pogs. Only Pogs now. Welcome to our podcast.
But, I was just about to, you son of a bitch!
I know. I saw it.
Damn it!
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from Comic Book Ben, and you're listening to Best Threesome Ever. Find Best Threesome Ever on Facebook. Search Best Threesome Ever. That's 3 with the number 3. It is my favorite podcast.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever, a podcast discussing all things revolving around nerdy pop culture. Probably not what you were expecting, but it's just as fun. Now here are your hosts, Nick, Rob, and Kevin.
All right, here we go. Best Threesome Ever, episode 151, brought to you by Heroic Goods and Games and Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Rob.
I'm Kevin.
And here we are on another podcast.
We have had nice weather for 2 days, and I'm already too hot.
You were quite hot before.
I'm warm all the time.
Pay the guy a compliment and he immediately complains.
Well, you know, I'm not used to taking compliments on my physical appearance. It's just a part of being fat.
It's a true story.
It's fair.
We kind of talked about, we kind of were away for a little bit there. I had a show.
Yeah.
There was fucking COVID going around. And
Okay, so look, it wasn't my fault.
I'd say it was your fault. I didn't know if I had COVID.
Oh, all right.
I didn't.
I didn't either. That's the beauty of it.
Ended up I didn't, but I certainly had the symptoms.
So here's the thing. I went to the Wild game where we clinched the playoff spot with some friends, and we all went. It was a good time. But we left the game, and then like a couple days later, 3 of the 6 of us were all like, I have COVID. One of them was Joanna.
Classic.
For like 5 days, I slept on the couch, which is fair. I didn't want to catch COVID. But like, our house is small enough that like, we had said at the beginning, like 2 years ago, we're just like, if one of us catches it, the other's catching it, because there's just no way to safely like distance in this house. There's only one bathroom. The kitchen is not big enough for that. Like, there are not enough spaces to sit and hang out in the house where we can be distance, really. So,
Yeah, because your house, while spacious, all of the spaces are cozy.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's super weird. Like, it is spacious because, like, well, we've set it up that way. The bookshelves are neatly against the wall.
I'm
Like,
gonna
everything's-
call drink anyway. It was how you said it.
Okay. Fair enough. So, like,
Been a while.
it has. We haven't done that one because I, like, phased it out of my vocabulary because you guys got me in the headset of, like, not saying the N word. Oh, no.
Oh, you fucked up, Aaron. That was awesome.
The word that starts with N and rhymes with beat. There, I guess that's better. Anyways, so the point of the story was, like, Joanna was down with COVID. Our 2 friends that we went with.
Down with the COVID?
Down with the COVID.
She was down with the sickness. I take it.
She was back down in sickness. And, like, she was tested positive for, like, a week and a half, 2 weeks. And, yeah. That's what it sounded like when she coughed. It's,
Awesome.
yeah. But throughout all of it, I was fine. I never tested positive, never had symptoms, nothing. Like, just, there was no, I don't know. I heard on a news report recently that, like, apparently COVID travels most efficiently through the nasal passages. So maybe I've got this sweet little, filter on the end of my lip here, And maybe that's what's helping out.
Maybe.
I'm sure that's not even close to true, but
Yeah.
I'd like to believe it.
Oddly enough, that I thought I had it because our show that I was working on Tech Weekend, one kid got COVID, and then by Monday, so that was Saturday, then by Monday, like 3 kids had COVID, and by Tuesday, like 20 kids had COVID, like tested positive. So we had to like delay shows. We had to delay opening by 2 days, which was great for me as a light designer. So I'm like, what? I get 2 free days to work on a light design? Fucking sweet. Don't like how I got those 2 extra days, but
Sure.
and then so the show opens, and then Sunday, and then Monday, I'm also just feeling nauseous, and the symptoms are like the body aches, the fucking nausea, the just drained fatigue, and I'm like, and like even like looking at food shows would like make me feel nauseous, and I'm like, this is exactly what happened last time. Luckily, it was not COVID. I tested on Tuesday. It was not COVID, but I was kind of in a PTS mode of like, I don't want to do this again.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've heard it's rough.
It sucks. It was
I
not
am
fun.
somehow still unscathed
Yeah, it makes no sense.
by the sweet, loving, honey-glazed grace of God.
Right. Or maybe you did have it, just were never symptomatic and never tested positive.
See, and that word, well, that especially worries me. But like, just being symptomatic, but also testing positive, that would have been fine. I would have been like, okay, cool. I can at least I can live with that, and I can, safely be away from my friends. The fact that it is a possibility that I had COVID, but it was a mild enough strain that A, I was asymptomatic, and B, did not pop on tests, but still could have been a stealth carrier. Like, fuck, that scares the shit out of me.
Like you're the plague rat that doesn't die from the plague. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know actually how common that is.
Oddly enough, one of the kids that caught COVID, like, religiously wore his N95. Like, did not take it off, wore it all the time, still got COVID.
Yeah.
It's very weird. But it happens, it's a school.
Must have,
And
you unconsciously rub your eyes and you...
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. And who knows? And it was like it was out of nowhere. Like the school hadn't really had any big cases, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, there it is. But only like 2 or 3 of them actually had like really bad symptoms. The rest of them were like, I feel fine, but I just tested positive for COVID, so
Sure.
COVID protocol had to be followed. Good times. So should we go on with our show and talk about nerdy stuff? Or?
Yeah, why
keep
not?
talking about
Let's
COVID.
keep doing this downer thing that we're doing. It's working for us today, I think.
I do. Since I wrote it down from last time, I do remember the question I wanted to ask you in the last episode, but we didn't.
Sure.
Now we can't. And it has to do with kind of what we were talking about with Picard, and that's what triggered the brain. If the technology allowed for it, would you put your essence, your soul, your brain into an
Absolutely.
AI?
Yep. You got it.
Done. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, robot body, not AI. Artificial body, not artificial intelligence. Still our intelligence.
Well, right.
Yeah,
Not
yes,
AI, but like into
Without no hesitation. Yep.
In an android, in a golem. Yep. Done.
Beam me up, Scotty.
a fake head in a mason jar of.
If it means I have to do the Futurama thing, fine.
Yeah, you would.
But yeah, like a robot body that, keeps me absolutely healthy until a sensical point of which I can shuffle loose this mortal coil, you bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would too. Even if you couldn't feel anything.
Robo-dick, man. Who cares? But that's the thing. He has sensors.
Well, no, he does.
He feels things.
But I was just saying, if you couldn't, like if it was like couldn't figure out the science to make you actually feel things, but your brainicle is in there.
I'm sticking with robot dick.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of Picard, though, like, this is a thing that
Could you adjust the size of it? Could you pick the size beforehand? I mean, how does this work?
I would hope so.
Questions I want answered.
I tried to put the rails on, took them right the fuck off. It just
had to ask it before it left. Would have plagued my brain.
Speaking of Picard,
So speaking of Picard,
drink.
I've kind of been frustrated by this, that like they always seem to sort of all season they've just sort of brushed up against the fact that he is an android now, but they never really address it. Especially like my big issue was in that hospital scene where they like just sort of kind of talk about it, but then like it's immediately thrown away. Like it doesn't even exist. It's not a thing that's happening. And I'm just like, come on.
I mean, when they made the line about does he have something artificial in him, and they're like, everything. I mean, do they need to talk about it? I mean, we all know he's an android.
in this particular case where he was physically assaulted by a Dodge.
Right. Actually, he didn't dodge it well enough.
Man, look at the chuckle fest we have to deal with today. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with these asides.
Were you waiting for like a Hancock moment, or who else has just been in the way of a vehicle that just stops by running? I think the whole point was he was made off the same technology as Soji, so it's more delicate than Data. It's an artificial body, but it's not like the Terminator like Data is.
Sure.
Yeah, but even if he got hit by something, physics takes place. I mean, something bigger that hits you.
I mean, a couple of times, no, not when he's been like prepared for it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But he wasn't really prepared. I mean, he was kind of prepared, but not really. Right? Yeah.
But that's my point.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The dude is straight up can opener a door with his hand. So
it's true. He did.
And then told the child to not be alarmed about that.
Open this jar of pickles for me.
Man, I can't wait for the Orville. Welcome to Best Weird Cut Ever.
Yeah, it's going to be a very weird cut. We're talking about Jon Watts stepping away from Fantastic Four, just in case this cuts in very weirdly.
And the fact that I think that he made the best aggregate Spider-Man films.
But what you just said is that you thought 2 suffered a bit.
I did.
The reason I disagree is because Jake Gyllenhaal is a masterclass in that film. His Mysterio is so far beyond the pale. It's incredible. He is absolutely.
It's the
probably
perfect,
one of the best Spider-Man villains.
He's very good as Mysterio. I'm going to go ahead and call your bias because you love Mysterio.
But that makes it even more of a point. Because I do love Mysterio, and if he had fucked it up, I would have been so fucking mad. But the fact that he does Mysterio so well...
He does. And I agree with you.
Suck it.
Well, so here's the thing.
cycle.
I think Far From Home certainly has one of the best villain portrayals. No Way Home does really good, but they're just sort of building on what was. So, like, it's hard to talk about the villains in that movie. But I think the villain is really strong in Far From Home. But the mentor character, in this case, who was Fury, it suffered a little. I think some of the other characters around Mysterio and Peter suffered a little more in that movie. That doesn't change the fact that it's a great movie. I actually think it's really, really good, and I love it. I think if you asked me if I wanted to watch the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man or Tom Holland's Far From Home, I'll pick Far From Home over the original Spider-Man. But in the trilogy, I think it is the weakest one. Far From Home is a slightly overdone burger in an otherwise amazing... Like, it's a medium versus a medium rare burger. Still real good. It's just not exactly what I wanted.
Medium is how I prefer my burgers.
Really?
Yeah. My steak is rare to mid-rare, but burgers, I like it medium. I like...
I like a blue steak. I'm that
I will
guy.
never turn down a blue steak.
But they're pink.
Can I go on one tiny little?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm kind of doing like a fill me up bucket list for food.
Oh yeah.
Because I got surgery coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like get some stuff out of my system, like things I really enjoy that I won't be able to enjoy either for a long time or ever again.
Sure.
So I made myself this incredible steak dinner the other night. I'm talking like I bought a really nice piece of filet mignon.
Nice.
Paid a lot of money for it. Wrapped that sumbitch in bacon.
Bacon.
Just around the side. I didn't want it to get too...
No.
I needed to make sure it got the proper amount of love. I did some roasted potatoes. I did some broccolini. I smothered those sumbitches in some cheesy goodness. It's a good fucking meal.
When is your surgery?
June 13th.
Surgery.
And then 3 weeks before that, I am on an all-liquid diet.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's okay. About 6 weeks of recovery, and then about 3 weeks after that, it's the fast time. Here's my concern.
Uh-oh.
Will I be able to consume enough water to live?
You can only drink water?
Just for you.
Like no food at all?
Well, I mean, by that point, I'll be able to do really soft foods, mostly soups and stuff.
Right.
I'll be on a liquid diet for a while after. But by that point, I should be on some soft foods. But I don't eat much during the fest run, during the actual day itself. Anyway, I really don't. I get so hot that I get too warm to remember to be hungry.
Yeah, I get that.
Like all I really have during the day is a little musketeer lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even that will probably be not a lot.
Cheese is soft, grapes are soft.
But my capacity will be at bare minimum.
Right.
And so I'm concerned about being able to drink enough water.
Get a big stein like I got.
Well, that's the thing. That would do me no good. By the time I was able to, get to halfway through, it'll be boiling.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna just have to do a little bit very frequently.
Yeah.
Which will be a pain in the ass to try and make happen, but I'm gonna have to make something work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably have Z be on.
I was going to say,
be
you got
ready
friends,
status.
Yeah, you got friends who will happily run back and get you a mug of cold water.
All right, continuing on.
Yeah,
So Spider-Man.
Where the fuck are we? No, Jon Watts left Fantastic Four, which is too bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's still going to be a Fantastic Four movie helmed by Kevin Feige. I am here. I have...
And if that part did get cut, we did mention the fact that it was because he wants to step away from superhero films for a while, which is fair.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And, yeah, it's... No, I have not... This isn't setting off warning bells yet.
No, not even a little.
No. He was just stepping away.
Yeah.
Something that slipped by me that I can't believe because I used to I still love the franchise, but Robotech, they're making a live version of the movie, which didn't hear. It was first I heard about it, but they're getting Hawkeye director Rhys Thomas.
Oh, neat.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That'll do.
I'm like, this was a franchise I really, really loved. I still love. I'm a big fan of big robot smashing robots fighting stuff.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. It's the way I was. And if you know nothing about Robotech, you should check it out. It's fucking awesome. Except for that second season, it sucked balls. It was stupid. It was... I hated it. Although probably the first time I was introduced to a non-binary character, because in the third chapter there's a transgendered non-binary person.
Dope.
Yeah.
I don't believe I've ever seen the show or the movie.
Well, I think they play it off as a man, but he dresses as a female singer, and that's his alternate personality. But he's still part of this rebel force, as kind of this non-binary-esque male. But he was very cool. Always good in a fight,
So trans or non-binary before we knew what to do with characters who were trans or non-binary.
Correct.
Yeah.
So young old 5-year-old me, 6-year-old, however old I was, I don't know. I don't know what this meant, but Kevin, you posted this in our little thing, save chat thing. But Bad Bunny is in Marvel's El Muerto.
El Muerto.
El Muerto.
Yes. So
Yes.
Is Bad Bunny the media influencer person? No.
Yes. He's also a performer. I don't actually know what he does though.
I don't
honestly.
know what he does either, but I've
heard the name.
Same. I thought the news was interesting though.
Yes. I don't even know what the El Muerto.
El Muerto.
That too. The death is
Yeah.
The death. I am El Nino. For those of my non-Spanish speaking compadres, it means the Nino.
Spanish for El Nino.
But it's an addition to our very limited Hispanic character roster. As it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what that was, so I thought if you knew more about it, you could enlighten us. But that sounds interesting.
I don't know a ton, but it was. I still thought it was interesting.
Gotcha. Apparently, Keith David wants to play Beta Ray.
Yep, I would love that. That would be perfect.
Fine with that.
Yep. You heard us, Kevin Feige.
Yep. Make it happen. People don't know who Beta Ray is. He's one of
Beta Ray Bill is one of those that is worthy to hold the hammer of Thor.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
His face was seen in Thor Ragnarok on
Yes.
the Grandmaster's building.
Yep.
Yes.
He looks kind of like an alien horseman.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if it's sad that we, at the possibility of us getting Beta Ray Bill after the Robert Downey Jr. saga, because you know for a fact that Tony would refer to him as, and only as,
Seabiscuit.
BoJack Horseman.
Also, yes.
Or BoJack Thorsman.
Yep. Yep.
Funny. Which, speaking of the Tony Stark thing, I thought that was funny that the internet threw a shit fit that they're like, John Stamos is playing Tony Stark, and then everybody threw a fucking shit fit, but then they didn't read the rest of the article, which said, in like the Lego child, like a children's cartoon, he's voicing Tony Stark.
Oh.
In an animated series.
Love it. That's actually a really clever casting.
It is very clever casting. And I'm like, yeah, you could do that for a voice actor.
But if I were to pick,
but they thought it was going to be in the new Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, sure.
Right, because the internet, sometimes jumps to conclusions, which I thought was funny. It was only for like a day. They're like throwing a fit, and then it was like, no, chill out. It's for an animated series, and then everyone's like, oh,
well, and like
cool.
Clickbait articles don't fucking help.
Well,
I have more on that a little later.
Yeah. I don't know anything about this either, but Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
What's that about?
Zack Snyder's Star Wars. That's literally all it is.
Zack Snyder's Star Wars with the guy's name that I'm not going to even try to pronounce because I'll fuck it up. the guy, the photo that was on the thing.
Idris Elba?
No, it wasn't Idris Elba. It was a guy from Gladiator, and he's like, "Come on, I'm Star-Lord." Who? That guy.
Oh,
the photo in question, I don't believe was Jimon Hounsou.
Wasn't it?
I don't believe so.
I thought it was.
That's why I was very confused. No, I don't think it was.
Bad.
And while it is his Star Wars movie, it is not officially Star Wars. It is Star Wars adjacent because he pitched it as a Star Wars movie, and they're like, nah. And he was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to go make it the same thing, but not Star Wars.
Yep.
And lo, he did.
Which, admittedly, I think that's just what he does now.
Kind of. And that's fine.
Well, that Army of the Dead film was really just his version of an Ocean's 11 movie.
Exactly. And I loved it.
Is that not that guy? It's not.
Yeah, that's Jimon Hounsou.
Oh, so it is, yeah. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was.
I was picturing him different in my brain.
And
I don't know why.
That's fair. Which, by the way, he needs to do more comedic stuff because I want to see more of like what he did in What If.
Oh, God, he was so funny in What If.
Oh, he was
fucking hilarious.
Very good.
God, so good. Which I'll probably have to watch again before somehow tomorrow between work and watching.
And just because of the way our episodes are spaced out, unfortunately, like everyone's going to see the movie by the time this comes out, but we have only seen the final trailer of Doctor Strange, but we sure are getting the canary yellow hover chair.
Sure did. And also a very cool shield.
Yep.
Yes.
A very cool shield. Speaking of other things, Justin Lin he drops Fast X, I guess.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I haven't really seen the Fast and Furious movies, so I don't really care.
No, that's okay. They're cheeseball fun.
I know. I get that, but I can't.
I still haven't seen Fast 9.
I don't hate Vin Diesel. I just don't like those movies.
That's okay. They are not for everyone.
Okay. Because I thought he was great in Saving Private Ryan.
I keep forgetting Vin Diesel was in that movie.
Sure was.
Yeah,
but he also like Adam. The actor that kind of played opposite of him, I thought really helped with his character. And I can't think of the actor's name. Anyways, apparently we got some photos and conceptual art from Avatar 2. It's about they're by the beach. Apparently avatars go to the beach is what it is. I don't know. Spring vacation.
Which is what the beginning of fucking Valerian was, but okay.
We don't talk about that movie here.
We talk about that scene in the movie because that scene was good.
That's true.
And also the
opening.
And also the opening with David. Both openings were very good. The Avatar goes to the beach and the Major Tom.
Yep.
With Mir getting just Voltroned all over the place.
Yeah.
And yes, I said Voltron and not Megazorded because A, Voltroned is easier to say as a past tense, and B, that movie isn't cool enough to be Megazorded.
Are you saying Voltron's not cool?
I'm saying Power Rangers are cooler than Voltron. Don't at me.
Oh, I'm going to at you with that one.
No, the Megazord existed before Voltron did, but whatever.
Did it?
Yeah. Could I get
because Super Sentai,
a large popcorn?
Super Sentai existed since the 70s. And the first Megazord was in 1981 or something.
From Power Rangers?
From Super Sentai in Japan.
Oh, that's what Power Rangers was based off of.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Probably a big soda.
Rob, Jesus Christ.
I like I like Voltron better, but not the 15-piece Voltron because that one sucked balls. I'm talking about the 5 lines. 5 lines, baby. And not the revamped one. I'm talking the original 1980.
The revamped one has its...
When Sven dies. Because it was, and then he comes back. He didn't actually die.
I know.
He comes back later, and big episode about it, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of which, so prior to us recording, before you get here, we were playing a rousing game of guess what game Robb is playing? And I came up with a new movie that we think we really want to see. It's called... it's going to be... Well, it's a video game, actually, I think is what it is.
Yep.
It's called Boy Bands of the 90s versus Capcom Marvel.
So Capcom and Marvel versus boy bands of the 90s.
Yeah.
Or just Marvel.
No, Capcom Marvel.
Okay.
Just Capcom, I think.
Just Capcom?
Yeah, I'd really, because I think with the roster isn't big enough to support them versus Capcom and Marvel together.
Sure.
Right.
But I would really like to see Mega Man fight Donnie Wahlberg.
Right.
Oh, that would be
you
fun.
could do like different versions of them, like different clothing versions and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pick their outfits.
like the
White
different
video.
versions, the white video, the marionette video.
Right.
Yeah. No, that'd be good. I'm here for that.
All right, let's make that happen, people. By the way, have you seen the video of Korn singing the Backstreet Boys?
Yes,
Hilarious.
and that they're all
hilarious.
in tune and harmonizing.
I
It's
sent it
great.
to like 47 people. I sent it all over the place. I mean, it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It was great. So there's some trailers out that since it's been a little while, we should talk about. I only wrote down 2, really. Should we start with Thor or...
Let's start with Thor.
All right.
Yeah.
So Thor, Love, and Thunder.
We finally got a trailer.
Thunder. Took them forever, and I had said I believe it's going to come out on Monday.
Sure did.
You were right.
And it was right. And somebody was like, no, it's not going to come out until the Doctor Strange movie comes out.
No.
I'm like, that is too soon. I'm like, that, because I mean, that's what, like 2 more weeks? I'm like, no, I'm confident Monday.
Name your sources. It was Kyle Decker. Kyle, you were wrong. It was Kyle.
I honestly couldn't remember who said it.
It was Kyle. Kyle, you were wrong.
And,
Love you, buddy. You were wrong.
But yeah, it's...
Did I listen to this podcast?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It is a 40-year-old's coming-of-age tale.
Yep. It's a girl on her horse, but the girl is Thor.
And the horse is also Thor.
The horse is also Thor.
Yep.
But the horse might be BoJack Horseman.
It's a true story.
Fair.
True story. Yep.
But if not, it's still otherwise just Chris.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's set to the
Which Chris?
a very
Yes.
slowed down version of Sweet Child of Mine. Which
Love
is
it.
Fucking, I'm all over it.
Beautiful.
Do you think they are kind of hinting at? Do you think they'll do bisexual Thor, bring in that aspect of Thor?
Oh, because you think he was flirting with Star-Lord?
Was he not?
Yeah. Was he not?
I mean,
Batting those beautiful blues at him?
like,
Just gazing at him very...
I caught more comedic moment than flirting. Sorry.
Which, did you notice that? I'm wondering if if there's going to be something in the movie where like he has like Rocket change the color setting on his eyeball, because that eyeball was absolutely positively like a golden brown.
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't that what the color of his eyeball before? It was like a golden...
His fake one.
Yeah.
But in this trailer, they were both his baby blue.
Oh, yeah. Probably because CG hasn't fixed it yet.
No.
I don't think they've ever done that in a Marvel movie since Spider-Man caught a helicopter between the Twin Towers.
Awesome. Well, they did. Like when the original Endgame trailer came out, it showed Thanos fighting people with only 2 stones when he had 4.
Those were all red herrings, bro.
I know, but maybe they're... I don't know.
Those were all red herrings, bro.
Okay, well...
Yeah.
Those are all red herrings, bro.
Communism.
No. He's right. Also, Spider-Man fought Sandman, Lizard, and Electro by himself.
Yep.
Sure did.
Yep.
They just hadn't added the other Spider-Mans in post yet.
Right. Fix it in
So
post,
anyway,
Ian.
They would not linger on a shot like that of him gazing longingly into Star-Lord's eyes.
Without at least...
because again, the character being far better than the actor, without that being on purpose.
Right.
Oh, maybe that's why I didn't see it. Oh shit!
I think they will. I think they'll touch on his.
And
On
that's
Thor
what I think.
being bisexual, I hope so.
Well, they did on What If, more or less. In What If.
Oh yeah, what if Party Thor fucked?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
And Valkyrie in her not Men in Black suit.
Oh, her Rego tire. Ooh, that drip. I just want her and Mighty Thor to kiss.
And then we get, of course, the look of Jane in.
Yep, a very, very all too brief
calling back a
glimpse of Jane Foster Thor.
super glued together Mew Mew.
Yep.
Wait, in the comics, how did it get back together?
It didn't break.
Oh, absolutely. It's broken in the comic books.
Okay.
How?
No, I do believe you. I just.
How did it?
I guess I'm thinking about how Stormbreaker came to be in the comics, and it wasn't because
It was Beta Ray Bill's.
Yes,
it was
correct.
forged for him.
Yes.
So in
to
the
continue being Thor.
in the comics, how did it come back together? Do you know, Kevin?
I don't remember.
So yeah,
Super glue. Asgardian super glue.
although I'm wondering, I'm curious, and I hope they don't do this, but I hope Natalie Portman got that buff for the role.
Oh,
She's been working out nonstop.
She looks ripped.
I've
There
been
are
seeing
photos.
I've been seeing progress photos. She got real life jacked.
Because that when I watched it a couple times and it looked like it was like a body double with the CGI'd.
Nope. That's her.
Okay,
She did the work. She got fucking shredded.
I'm sure she did. I don't put it past her. She is she will put in the work to do that. Mm-hmm. So I don't doubt that. I hope that's what it is, because I feel if it was like a body double and then just like they CGI on her face or they just CGI whatever.
I think it happened during Civil War II.
Oh.
I feel that
Well, that's why I don't remember care.
I want if an actor is going to take on a role, they should at least try to be the role as much as humanly possible. Meaning outside of dangerous stunts and blah blah blah, but like they should be the character.
And that's what we're saying.
I know, and I'm glad that's good. I'm saying it. Okay. I don't want it to be the other way.
Gotcha.
Yes, there's a lot of conversations.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. I don't want it to be the other way. I want her to be Jane, kicking ass, muscle bound. Mm-hmm. Foster.
I wonder. There is question as to whether or not they'll do the cancer storyline too. And there's some good arguments against.
Yeah.
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 Well, just because it does.
Basically, how it started.
Yeah.
And
remember that photo. Remember that.
And how it was going.
Wait, I want to see this one too. Hang on.
Oh, look at that! Jesus.
She got fucking yoked.
I saw that second picture with her in the purple shirt, and it almost kind of looks like it's like like the bodysuit that like.
But it's undeniable with the blue shirt picture.
Yeah, correct.
She's
right. I have not seen the blue.
She
I did
is-
not see the blue shirt picture, but the purple one. And kind of was like,
She is full on granite.
fucking seps.
Do it.
Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, no, there's good argument as to not doing the cancer storyline for Jane.
I hope they don't.
Yeah, I hope they don't either. That's the thing. Like I that's what I'm getting at is I hope they don't, because it does minimize the character. Like she can only be Thor, but also she has this debilitating disease. Like,
Or they can do it if her becoming Thor cures her with absolutely zero repercussions, side effects, or consequences.
yes, that I'm fine.
Fuckers.
I wonder if she figures out a way to put it back together, because really she's.
She's a smart
Unless
cookie.
one side effect is her suddenly enjoying being called mommy. So
I would.
there you go.
Right? Because really, they don't really talk about what they did after Hela smashed it on that hillside in Ireland. They just kind of left it there for somebody to find.
Norway.
Was it Norway?
Yeah.
Norway, yeah.
Norway, Ireland, whatever. Same difference.
I mean, that's also where New Valhalla is.
New Asgard.
New Asgard is, whatever. That's where New Asgard is, so I'm sure they put some sort of thing around it.
Okay.
I would say, just sweep it up into a dustpan and move it somewhere else, but I don't think anybody would be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would you be able to? Can you pick up the pieces individually?
I'm sure.
You still have to be worthy to pick it up?
My guess is yes, but I guess who knows? Maybe when it broke, it broke the magique, but I'm guessing the material is still.
But what about the handle? The handle is free of the material, and if there's no here...
Well, I mean, there was still...
there's still
chunks attached to it, I think.
Okay, these are answers we want to know.
I just want to see it where it
Just
looks...
an Asgardian metal detector.
No,
Beep, beep,
where it
beep,
looks like a chewed, like an apple core is around it. But like that apple core is like parts of Mjolnir.
Right, because can't, because like they're not worthy enough to pick it up. The pieces up. What do you people think?
The elevator's not worthy.
The elevator's not worthy. It's just not worthy. The elevator's still going up. If they dig the land around it and pick up the land around it, that would be the only way, really.
Okay, Cap. Okay, Tony.
Yes. You're Cap. I think you're Cap.
Yeah.
I just said names. I didn't put...
I don't care. I'm just saying that he's captain. I'm Tony because I'm kind of that... Not the opposite. I'm the opposite of. I don't know what I was going with that. There was a joke somewhere and I lost it. So leave me alone.
You still made that funny.
Speaking of which, I've been watching The Last Kingdom, and I'm up to season 4.
Nice.
It's gotten. It was a little slow to start. Like not like bad wise, but just kind of like story.
It's a slow burn at first. They have a lot to kind of to fill you in on
story, and they jump time like a motherfucker. You're like
so many, like and it's funny because by the end of this series, he's like 60, but he still looks 25 and
right. Yep. Well, and like sometimes it's kind of like clearly 9 months has passed.
I'm Uhtred, son of Uhtred, Faza of Uhtred.
Yeah. And then there's other times where you're like, did time pass? What happened here? Oh, time must have passed. Okay, not like I expect...
You can always tell because of the hair of the women around him.
Correct. Which I started to pick up on. And that king...
Why? Why did you do that?
Except for that little girl who got way older and then he started shagging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I'm at. The first episode of season 4 where he's banging.
Cool.
Yeah. So the king and Uhtred are my two favorite.
That storyline is fucking gold, though.
It is.
Start to finish.
No spoilers.
No, that's fine.
That king... Like him, first of all, his story arc and the ending, just I was in tears when the king and Uhtred finally met up.
Alfred,
yes.
Okay.
Met up for the last time. In tears. I'm like, holy fuck, this is good. This is powerful scene. Powerful shit.
You kind of hate him at first, and then you're like, you son of a bitch, you got me.
And he looks, I was talking to my friend, my very, very good friend, probably my best friend in the whole world, Corinne. I was texting her.
It's fine, I guess.
It's fine, man.
Whatever.
It's fine.
Well, sorry, I've known her longer.
It's whatever.
I see time.
But anyways, her husband,
Trump's experience.
Cody, who is an actor, looks very much like this king. A little bit more. Well, he was sickly, but a little more filled in the face. But looks very much like him, and probably could very much play the king. But it was just beautiful, and those two characters to me have developed the most in their acting ability. And I don't know, maybe the stories just got better, or their acting got better with the characters, developed better with the characters. Is what I guess I'm probably getting at.
So yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Because the scripts did get better once Netflix took over from the BBC.
Right.
But B, yes, the actors did get better, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that the scripts were better.
And my favorite thing is, it's a new season when Uhtred gets a new tunic. Because every season he's got a new tunic. Slightly different, but definitely between season 3 and 4.
Yeah. Well, and he also, his hair changes over time.
His hair does. Yeah. And I like him better with the shaved sides.
I do too.
And very much like, I don't know, he's just, his snarkiness is great. But anyways, it's very good. So yes, check it out. It's a slow burn. These guys have already recommended it. I'm going to echo what they were saying.
Finished the series.
I've not finished.
Cannot wait for the movie.
I have not. Wait, is it 4 seasons only?
5 seasons.
5 seasons. Yeah. Do I have all 5 on Netflix?
Yes, you do.
Okay, 5. Okay. Well, I'm on season 4. So, so there we go. So that was my connection to Thor in Love and Thunder. But anyways, yeah, it looks great. I can't fucking wait. And his hat that he adjusted that says Thor, greatest Avenger, mightiest Avenger, whatever it says.
Well, it was the I think Mighty Avengers or I think it's the Mightiest Avengers, and he writes crosses out mighty, writes in strong, and then crosses out the S, so it says the strongest Avenger.
Yeah.
I think you can find those hats online now, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get one.
Fair.
Yeah, and he's working out in the fucking chains and the fucking video Rocky montage.
He got so big. He's so big.
Yeah.
He's so big.
Very big.
Because he, like, in what was it, Endgame? Not Endgame. In the other one.
Infinity War?
That's the one.
Yeah.
He looked scrawny.
A little bit, yeah.
And I think
he was doing a different style of workout, clearly.
well, and I think he also had a different movie where he needed to be more lean than he was jacked.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because that dude can just lose and gain weight.
Apparently.
Like Christian Bale. It's insane.
Yeah. But now he has tree trunks for arms.
Because he's also doing that Hulk movie. He's like,
Oh,
well, I
that's
might as well
right.
get huge for both.
Oh, that's right. He's right. He's doing
forgot
that
about
Hulk
that.
Hogan. That's right. Can't wait to see him as Hulk Hogan.
I mean, I feel like he'll actually do well.
I hope he shaves his head.
Terry Bollea.
I don't want makeup. I don't want prosthetics. I want him to shave his
No.
goddamn head.
Yeah.
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 Do it.
Do it.
Anyways, what's next on the list? Oh,
Which reminds me, I totally forgot that Judd. Who's
Apatow.
Nope. Who's Ant-Man? What's his name? Actor that plays
Judd.
Ant-Man?
Yep, it was Judd.
yep. Judd.
Paul Judd.
Paul Rudd. I totally forgot that Paul Rudd and
Naomi Judd died.
no, she did.
Yeah, she did.
And Freddie Prinze Jr. were in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. Anyways,
How did we get there?
because I just was watching it the other day, and then we were talking about Thor, and then that made me think of Ant-Man.
Prince Jr.
And
was in it?
yeah, he was Balthazar, who is the little guy that brings him the note, his little note, and he's a messenger boy.
Wow, weird. It's been a hot second.
It was on the other day.
Same. That's why I'm going to look it up.
Weird.
I think it's Freddie Prinze Jr. Pretty sure it's Freddie Prinze.
And it's funny because for a really long time, I thought the Prince was Ben Affleck.
Oh,
And that's because for a really long time, Paul Rudd and Ben Affleck looked a lot alike.
sure did. And he's not very Paul Ruddy in this. It's like this only time he's not Paul Rudd.
Well, he wasn't. Other than a lot of his cadences, I don't think he was terribly Paul Ruddy in Clueless.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
And then at the end of the movie, Ant-Man
forgot.
and Batgirl were making out.
Forgot that movie existed. What?
Balthazar was played by Jesse Bradford.
Dark-haired dude?
Yes.
Oh, was it? Well, he looks like Freddie Prinze Jr. Anyway.
Thank God. I thought I was going crazy.
Same, though.
But they talked about like in the 1996.
Pretty sure he had the second most lines of the Four Spirits in The Last Skywalker, though.
Sure did. So there's another little trailer that's
So
dropped.
drink. Oh, speaking of the Last Skywalker.
Speaking of The Last Skywalker. Little Obi Kenobi Doobie.
Little Ooby Dooby Scooby Doo Banooby trailer came out.
Well, the second one came out a little bit more the Inquisitors and the Grand Inquisitors.
Oh, and Uncle Owen dropping the gauntlet.
fuck yeah!
Fucking rude, man.
Fucking Obi Wan is like, the boy has to be trained. He's like you trained his father. Just and the crowd goes, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, that clip from
Popcorn.
22 Jump Street playing on repeat forever. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Is that what it's from?
Yeah.
I've never seen the second one, so I had no idea.
Yeah.
And if I was better at making gifs, I would make it so that Uncle Owen was the main guy. Like I'd put his face on him, and then put Aunt Beru's face on the hands on cheeks guy.
Oh, yeah.
Screaming in the foreground.
Yep.
If I was better at gifs, like I can make basic ones, but I haven't figured out doing like gif edits.
Could you take the meme of like the two girls that are like pointing and screaming, but change it?
Oh, that one would.
And then make that.
I could absolutely. Yeah, I'll do that. Good
That's a
idea.
good
make
one, yeah.
make that Obi-Wan, and then the cat sitting there
Is
is
Uncle Owen.
I am already on it.
is Uncle Owen saying, like you trained your
like
his
he
father?
trained his father. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's good.
I will take half credit for that. So I will take half the proceeds of whatever you make off of it.
Sure.
So half of nothing is nothing.
There it is.
Let's see, carry the one. It's still nothing.
5.
Oh, God.
Adam Carolla math off love line. 6. I have to carry the 1. 21. 6 divided by 7.
Dear audience, help us. Nick's trying to do math.
No, don't you love line Adam Carolla when he would do math?
I try not to remember
I try
anything
not
Adam
to
Carolla
either.
does, says,
Same.
or is.
Same.
Well, it was funny. I just feel like I'm getting shit on. My happy memories growing up, like just getting shit on here.
I know that he's apparently he is kind of garbage, but like I just never liked him.
I honestly don't think he is that funny. I think when him and Jimmy Kimmel did their shows together, Jimmy Kimmel was way funnier. But in this particular show on Loveline, it was just Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Yeah. He was the comedic side part, and some of it was pretty funny.
Well, yes.
Some of it.
No, here's the thing.
Dr. Drew was usually funnier because he was so deadpan humor.
I was going to say, Dr. Drew is so milquetoast, literally any comedian next to him is funny.
Right. The best was when they had David Allen Greer on. Oh, God. Jesus, help me. Oh, God.
Anyways, so
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nooby-dooby Kenobi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get Creeper Obi-Wan checking in on Anakin. Again.
You mean Luke.
Luke, whoever.
Yeah.
What else did we get? Inquisitors.
Yep.
I didn't see what you were seeing with the clickbait ones with Hayden Christensen.
I will. We can get to it, but let's talk about the trailer some more.
Right. You do get a quick little glimpse of Vader-ish stuff, which was the only part that I found interesting that didn't know before was like they apparently show that chest plate is not just a chest plate, but it goes into his body, which I found kind of cool.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we've brought it up, so we may as well talk about it real quick. I had this weird thing where anytime I saw a news article today. By the way, we are recording on May the 4th. So
May the Schwartz be with you. Did I say that wrong?
Nope, that sounds right.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So the trailer came out today, and every article I saw had some variation on basically the phrase "first look of Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader in Obi Wan Kenobi series." The trailer shows Vader's chest plate, some asthma, as Kevin
doesn't really show the asthma, but you can hear the asthma.
Yeah, they showed the chest plate. They played the asthma sound. That's it.
You see a robot arm going on to the thing.
A robot arm going on. Yeah. But none of that is specifically Hayden Christensen. And every time I saw an article, it was like first look at Hayden Christensen. Like, well, technically that's true, assuming he's in the suit for that scene.
Yeah, true.
But like, no, you fucking liars! Don't hype me up on the idea that I'm gonna get to see Hayden Christensen playing Vader, and then the actual clip is just a fucking chest plate that we've seen before, the asthma, which we've heard before, the robot arm, which we knew about. Like, come on! Like, it was easily 3 or 4 articles.
See, and I didn't see those.
Yeah, and maybe I'm just ending up in weird places.
Maybe your internet's just thinking weird things.
Maybe my internet is only filled with "we got this covered" and CBR. I don't know. It shouldn't be. I don't go to those websites.
And that's the thing is a lot of other like Facebook groups will shill for them.
Yeah,
and that's what's unfortunate. And I will report their ads when I see it. Like, get the fuck out of here with this.
And of course, the replica prop forumers are at it with how to make fucking
everything.
Yeah,
they're insane.
Darth Vader's new chest plate. It literally 9 hours ago, it was posted. It says new Kenobi trailer still. Do your thing. Replica prop RPFers. That's what it says. RPFers.
Yeah.
Meaning they're gonna fucking go down. Also, fucking Obi-Wan fighting in like street clothes with this really cool looking jacket that looks kind of like a Jedi robe, but not. And he's fighting what looks
like
to
an
be
undercover Jedi robe. It was cool.
And what he appears to be fighting a pale-colored alien that is the same race as Darth Maul, which I forget that.
Yeah, there's Zabraks, but there's 2 different kinds. There's Thorian and the place you go in Jedi Fallen Order. Those are the D.
You're asking the guy.
Dick Bill.
Dathomir.
There we go. Right. Because there was one Jedi that was kind of Darth Maulish. He dies in Senator Palpatine's chamber.
Yeah, but I don't think he was a Zabrak.
Oh, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought he was like the similar to the race. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'll look it up. Maybe.
What else did we see? Saw some Death Troopers. I'm glad to see they kept the Death Troopers around.
Got to see that cool back holster for the Cestus lightsaber.
Yeah. That's like a badass.
Yeah, was that a person from the cartoons? The woman with the lightsaber.
She's from this.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Not that specific one.
Okay.
But they're the Inquisitors and their brothers and sisters. If you did see the Fast and the Furious movies and you are familiar with Han,
Yeah.
he plays one of the Inquisitors.
Were they in the comics first, or were they in the show first?
Oh, what a fun question. I wish I had an answer.
I know
to it,
they
but
were
don't.
in the stories first, the books, because they help. They pretty much are an extension of Darth Vader to help kill Jedi.
They were his hunters.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
were-
he also went out and killed them, too, but they did a lot more than he did because he had to also rule with the fucking Empire and shit.
I think they've pretty much changed it to he didn't do a lot of out and about,
Out and
especially in the early years while he was getting used to being a robotman.
Right, yeah. A Robotman. I like that one.
Petition to change the fact that Darth Vader is now a robotman to Darth Vader has been Brendan Fraser.
That's funny.
Thank you.
By the way, have you seen the delightful string of clips of Brendan Fraser's at whatever signing
Oh,
autographs?
yeah.
And there's these people just going, hey, thank you for being awesome, and like, thank you for all that you've done in your movies.
And he's so charming and like emotional and just he's so caring
was
every
great.
time
I was
someone
happy
says
for
something
him.
to him. Yeah.
I can't believe he's going to be active in 2 different DC projects.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd be mad at me if he'd be like, hey, thanks for Encino Man?
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, Brendan Fraser, come on our podcast.
I was not going to steal
Brendan
your.
Fraser,
I'm not
come on
gonna,
our
I'm not going to
podcast.
steal your bit, but I wanted to be if I met him in like a signing autograph thing, be like, thanks for Encino Man. That such a great movie. Do you think he'd hate me?
No.
Encino Man ruled.
Encino Man is a movie. Everyone has a Brendan Fraser movie they like. You just happen to pick.
That is not the Brendan Fraser movie I'd pick that I like. I would pick The Mummy.
Everybody
or the Mummy
picks
Returns.
The
Everyone
Mummy.
picks the Mummy.
But I think you are, I'm not positive about this, maybe avoiding George of the Jungle.
I love George of the Jungle.
And I do too, but I feel like I remember seeing him having thoughts about, like how his body.
Oh, some dysmorphia issues with. That's fair.
'Cause he was tight in that film.
Yeah, he was very lean. He was very
Brendan
That-
Fraser, thank you for your cameo in Son-in-Law.
He did have a
Pauly Shore movie.
Encino Man is a Pauly Shore movie.
They used to be pretty good friends.
James,
Yeah,
you owe me a Coke.
You want a Pepsi instead?
No.
No.
What are you, from Cincinnati? Jesus Christ. Because in Cincinnati, you go, what do you want to drink? I want a Coke. What kind? Pepsi.
Sure.
Sodas, Cokes.
I am.
What kind of- what do you want to drink?
It's worse in Georgia.
Oh, I was going to say, I know that's the thing in the South. I have doubts. I'm casting doubt.
Cincinnati trickles in on that. I know.
Anyways, I was unaware that he was in Son-in-Law.
He made a cameo because it's his Link, because they're at the party in the college, and he turns around and he's Link, like he eats like a plastic frog or something, and Pauly Shore gives him like this weird look, like, I know you. And then that's it.
Oh,
But yeah, the movie I'm going to thank him for is Airheads. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. I forgot about it. What are you thinking about? Swimming pools. Yeah, that was a great movie. It really is. It's so fun.
Because it was this great little like Adam Sandler movie that was unlike any other Adam Sandler
Yeah.
movie at the time.
Yeah.
He really flexed a different set of comedic chops in that one.
yeah.
Steve Buscemi.
That is a premise that would never work.
Chris Farley,
Yeah. That was a cop. Yeah.
where they take his badge. What are you going to do? Pulls out his nipple ring. Improvise. God. That whole movie is just the best.
That is a really...
And I haven't watched it in a long time, and I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, it'd be a good one to watch.
Yeah, you've convinced me. I need to go back and watch Airheads.
Maybe I'll buy some Airheads on the way there and
Eat them while you
Yes,
eat,
but-
eat Airheads while you watch Airheads. Who else
Gently
was in-
tug on
there
my
were
nipple ring.
so many famous people in that movie. And unfortunately, though, what's his name? Kramer's in that movie.
The fact that you said
Oh,
gently
yeah.
tug.
I can't remember his real name, and frankly, I don't care.
No, I don't either. Guy that played Kramer in Seinfeld.
Yeah, now I'm trying to think of his fucking name.
Cares?
And who was the DJ? The DJ was...
I can almost see him, but I can't now because my brain is too filled with.
Nipple rings?
No, I was actually going to say Steve Buscemi's
No,
eyes,
it was...
but
Wasn't it... God, what the fuck is his name?
Today's episode is brought to you by
Not-
Look a Bunny.
Not Joey... Was it Joe Montana?
Joe Mantegna?
It
Yes,
sure was.
It was. Michael Richards. I'm upset I had to find that.
and David Arquette was in it, and fucking Ernie Hudson was in it.
This is surprisingly well stacked.
Aren't you guys impressed that I got that?
I am.
you.
Judd
Can we just-
Nelson. He's fucking harsh.
Celebrating my 2 seconds of getting an actor before we looked it up. It's the only time it's a rare occasion, but it happens, folks.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
Shut up, kid.
That was actually genuine.
It sounded patronizing.
You're also about to say, shut up, Kevin. When do I ever do that to you? That shouldn't be habit.
Anyway, sorry, I'm tired. Crabby.
Ass.
I wouldn't say shut up, Kevin.
You're about to.
Was I?
Yeah,
Yeah, you shut up, Kevin.
yeah.
I don't recall saying it, but I'll
was
future
in
me.
your throat.
Future me will hear it and go, "Oh, maybe I did say that." Yeah.
Yeah, Obi Wan, May 27th. We get 2 episodes on day 1.
Oh, dope! I didn't know that.
They moved it back 2 days from the 25th. Ewan McGregor announced it, but he's like, but you're going to get 2 episodes instead of 1, so
I mean, he said it a lot more Irish than that.
suck
but yeah.
my penis.
Yep, just like that.
Just like that. But again,
Catch
more
these Lucky
Irish.
Charms.
There you
Points
go.
at his groin.
Check out these nuts.
Boo.
I'm sad that it's only 6 episodes, but I get it.
That's what they've been doing.
I know,
It's
but
pissing me off.
do an hour and a half, but I get it. It's like a 6-hour long movie. I get it, but at the same time, like I want more.
Sure.
Now, there's another Star Wars spinoff series that's going somewhere with some name that they announced recently that I don't fucking remember. You're welcome.
I don't suppose either of you watched the Moon Knight finale today yet.
No.
No. By the way, that last episode,
Oof.
Oh yeah.
And this one does not hit the brakes at all.
Ooh.
It was too quick.
If you
it was a
weren't-
very short finale.
if you were impressed by Oscar Isaac's acting before that last
Yeah.
episode of Moon Knight,
Watch episode 5 of Moon Knight. And
Wait.
just
just wait until the after credit of the finale.
I've been skipping through, zipping through all the credits. I mean, like, where's that after credit scene? Where's that? I know you're going to give me one.
There's been none, but there
I know there
is
has
one
been.
at the end of this one. So
All right. Nerd grabs? Or are we anything else with Ubi Doobie Kenoobie?
no, it's
Nope.
we can do Noid Goibs.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Not a damn thing.
No, because I was too busy fucking designing a light show and fucking being sick and then working and then other
Have you
bullshit.
taken advantage of any of the May the 4th sales today?
No. I was at work.
Kevin, have you?
Of course I did, but not on lightsaber shit. Believe it or not.
I figured it's all out of stock by now anyways.
Well, I mean, there's the custom stores that are doing sales and shit today. But I did find some very good deals on some Star Wars Legos, and so
Nice.
I bought the Red 5 X-Wing and a TIE Fighter. Nice. I'm very excited to get those so I can build them.
Nice. Contacted Catskills, emailed them, didn't get anything back yet.
I'm sorry.
Which is what Joanna told me to do. I asked her. It's like, what do they told me to contact them now-ish. She's like, email them. Okay. Like, find out who your builder is and then email them. So I did. I haven't heard anything back yet. Sad.
So a couple things. I've gotten a few more Switch games, which is cool. I got off of Animal Crossing for a little bit, but I'll go back. The Sega Genesis online thing with the Nintendo Switch is great because they have Shining Force 2. If you never played Shining Force, the Shining Force games, you should because they're great.
I think that's the one I just started because I tried Phantasy Star and I wasn't into it, but then there was a different RPG that was similar, and I was having a great time.
Yeah, tactical RPG. You kind of move around the board like a chessboard.
No,
Okay.
more like an old Final Fantasy style.
Oh, okay. So I don't think that's Shining.
And there's another one that I tried, and I can't remember. I think it was the Sega Genesis one, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me. It's Moving Stuff Simulator, and it's driving me bonkers because I cannot figure out where the fuck to go.
But yeah, so that I picked up another roguelike downloadable game. This one is where dice are fighting people. It's called Dicey Dungeons. Sweet.
Sounds up your alley.
It is. It's very goofy. But the Formula One season started, so I have been watching a lot of Formula One.
It's a lot of left turns.
Weird.
It isn't.
I know it's
It
not.
isn't.
I know it's not. That was the joke.
Yes, Kevin. It's weird. Go ahead.
I wouldn't have pegged you as a Formula One fan.
Right. I know.
Nick, can you isolate? I wouldn't have pegged you. And I don't know. That's weird to me. And what's funny is, like, I have this weird soft spot for, and I know you're talking about the real thing, I have this weird soft spot for racing games,
Yeah.
especially ones that have, like, RPG elements.
Yeah. The Need for Speed games from the mid 2000s,
Forza, specifically
Sure.
Forza Horizon.
Okay.
I've been playing the newest one, but I've been playing Forza 5
Okay.
on the Series X. And fuck me, is it beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And-
The Forza games are notoriously breathtaking.
And B, the fact that you can create a character and customize them, like hair and face and stuff like that, and you level up and gain skills and that kind of thing. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and yes, no, I agree. I actually I was hoping to get a racing game today. I did not, but that's okay. The nerdy thing I've been doing is watching Formula One. This season's really good so far because they brought in new technical regulations, and so everyone is racing under different rules now, and the whole board is shuffled around. The American team, which came in dead last year, has been putting up some pretty impressive rankings in the races. They've been landing pretty consistently in the top 10 every week. And yes, I like Formula One. I know that's weird because it's kind of sporty, but it's sporty like baseball sporty.
Wasn't Freejack Formula One?
Freejack?
Have you ever seen that movie? Yeah, with Emilio Estevez and Mick
Yeah.
Jagger, and
Yeah, it is.
where he gets taken right before his death to the future.
Yes.
And almost gets hit by that truck.
Yeah.
A really stupid looking one.
Yeah. Yeah. The entire movie I'm watching, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
I watched it again, and I'm sorry to interject here.
But you're absolutely right. He was a Formula One driver.
Yeah. So, and I remember watching this movie as a kid and loving it because it was stupid and there was lots of explosions. And
Sure.
I didn't understand what was going on at all because
Nobody
that was
does.
most 80s movies.
Right. True.
Especially when sci-fi was involved.
Yep.
And I'm ready to watch it as an adult. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna follow this plot now because I'm older. I can follow these not great plot structures better. I was able to understand Blade Runner better as an adult. It's still fucking nonsense.
Absolutely.
But I followed it better.
Right.
I was like, this is stupid. What's happening? Why is that happening? Who are these people? That didn't make any sense. How the fuck did we get here?
Yeah,
The movie's fucking terrible.
It's worse.
And I loved it as a kid, but I think that's just because it had future shit.
Yeah. And you like
Emilio Estevez, and you're like, Emilio! Robb, Formula One.
Yeah, I just say it's really good. If you haven't, I recommend watching Formula One Drive to Survive on Netflix as sort of a primer if you're interested. It's fun. It kind of brings the drama about it's an American reality TV show, so take that with the grains of salt it needs.
Right.
The giant Himalayan rock salt that needs, but it gives you a nice primer as to how the sport works. And then and I say this because as of recording, we're on Wednesday, May 4th, and starting Friday is the Miami Grand Prix, which is the inaugural Grand Prix at Miami.
I believe it's pronounced Grand Prix. So, sorry, that's what's in my pants.
Yeah, all right. I'll give you that one.
Yes.
I could have been really pretentious and said it like they say on TV. Grand Prix. Just drop 5 goddamn letters.
Monaco.
That's interesting, too, because they're talking about maybe moving Monaco from a race every year to every other year, or maybe dropping it from the calendar completely.
I feel like I heard about that.
Yeah. Well, it's because the owners of Formula One is a company called Liberty Media.
Liberty.
Yeah.
Liberty bibbity.
I have also been watching YouTube.
Yeah. And Hulu.
But Liberty Media also owns, I believe, the Atlanta Braves. I'm not sure. But they own Formula One now, and they've been doing a big push into, the American market because buku bucks here.
Sure.
Of course. You want to put the money here because that's where the sponsors are.
Hey, kids, this was in Iron Man 2. Do you want to watch this?
Right. But because they're...
And Freejack.
Those kids didn't see Freejack.
Those kids did not see Freejack.
That's the joke. Thanks.
Oh.
So, Liberty Media has been pushing for more stuff in the American market. They're doing a Las Vegas race next year. But, and they also want to push it to 30 races a year. By the way, they used to only do, 16, 17 races a year. This year they're doing 23. They want to push it all the way up to 30. It's an insane schedule. And because of that, they want to do all these different races in different countries. That means some of the older, more classic races, like Monaco, might be getting pushed out.
But like when I think of Formula One, that's the one place I think of.
Right, but that's not as common as it used to be.
Archer, it was an Archer.
Yeah.
It was old-timey Formula One, but still.
But, like, that's the thing. The Monaco race is associated with old...
Isn't she a character in Friends?
Old Formula One.
But also, like, I feel like that's all they have.
It's like Monaco?
I feel like that's all Monaco has.
Oh, yes. Well, that and tax havens.
I was going to say stuffy, pretentious, French-sounding people that aren't French, but are French, but they're not French.
They're also a little bit Italian, but not really Italian, but kind of Italian.
Sort of Italian.
Yeah.
And just Sousson, Spanish.
Yes. Correct. Like, all of that's true. So, yeah, like, it's very interesting. If you like motorsports in any way, I think Formula One is a really cool sport to get into right now because the championship this year is going really well. Ferrari is on top again, and that hasn't been true in years. And I'm going to throw out a name, and maybe you'll recognize it. Lewis Hamilton?
No clue.
Okay.
That guy shot by Jonathan Burr. I had something better, and I lost it, and I went with what I could. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I would like that joke stricken from the record, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Yep. God, what is this, that Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial?
No, there'd be a lot more bullshit.
Oh, no,
objection.
Sorry,
Objection.
that's right. They're sustaining every stupid fucking objection I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, no, I've been watching a lot of that trial, by the way.
Why?
I can't believe the judge is letting a lot of that shit happen. Like, really?
Boom. You don't get to make a face after talking about Formula One racing for 23 fucking minutes.
Fair enough.
Like, even Johnny Depp is like, I haven't said anything yet. How can you object? I've said 2 words.
Like they've had a couple of fair objections, but most of them just been
objection, hearsay.
Yeah, and that's the objection. Speculation. He's an expert in his field, and the judge just goes, "Yeah, I'll allow it."
I strenuously object. Few good men. Anybody?
Yeah.
And here's why I've been watching it. It's because my roommate Kay has been watching it, and I am often in the living room playing Dragon Age 2.
All right,
and that's
so nobody's making good choices.
So, and this is actually my nerd grab, if you don't mind me getting into it now. So I got Dragon Age 2 again because I've tried it probably 3 times.
Okay.
And I can never get past the deep roads. Like the end of chapter 1, I always got stuck. For a long time, I was on that first dragon you get to. And then I came back to it a long time later, and I got to the Rock Wraith, and he would decimate me every time. I would try and get behind the pillars when he did the spirit bomb thing, and my entire party would just stand there in front of him, blinking eyes wide as though they'd lost all sensibility in the entire universe and just get fucking Kamehameha into oblivion. And I die. And I die, and I die, and I die. So I'm like, fuck this game. I hate it. I quit. I want to like it because it really like overhauls the magic system and the fact that you are basically a combat mage, especially on the console because the combat is more freestyle. Like it's more active fighting instead of the sort of turn-based that it is on the computer version of it. And so I keep wanting to like it, even though there's only one good mage specialty when you get the advanced mage specs, because both blood mage and the healing specs fucking suck. Force mage is the only way to go.
Star Wars bias.
No, it's because it's the only fucking one that's good. It's the only one that's good. Because when you're a blood mage, you die too often, and when you're a healer and you have your like healing aura activated, you can't cast offensive spells. What the fuck's the point of even existing? I'm the main character. I do the fighting. I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who wins. Game Grumps. But no, so I'm like, you know what? I am determined. I'm going to do every single fucking quest. I'm going to go over and back a million times. I'm going to do everything I have to do to ensure I'm going to fine-tune my mage to make sure I can get through this thing. And I fucking did it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like almost easily too. I was kind of mad about it. I'm like, fucking. That being said, the Force Mage combined with the Spirit spec is absolutely incredible. So yeah, I got past it. Now I'm like halfway through Act 2, and I think I'm going to beat it. So that's what I've been doing with my time, is playing a Dragon Age 2.
Nice.
I'm gonna beat this sumbitch finally, and then maybe I can finally pay attention long enough to beat Dragon Age Inquisition. Because while I have no qualms with that game, it's an incredible game. It's really really long, and the quests take for fucking ever. Yeah. But it's really good, especially if you're a knight enchanter, because then you get basically 2 magic lightsabers. That's all I have. I do.
All right, I think we're done with nerd grabs.
Yeah. Well, I showed you that guys that link for the old 8-bit fucking games.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was
Oregon, but you were playing Oregon Trail.
I was playing Oregon Trail, and I lived. Only a couple people died. It was fine, but I didn't do the grueling pace. I did whatever There's a website that I was recently introduced to that it does old school. It is classicreload.com. It's got a bunch of old console games, bringing back my youth. It's kind of fun. The other thing I was going to mention real quickly is that apparently Disney Plus, because you made me think of this when you were talking about Dragon Age, has rebooted a show called The Quest, which a bunch of teenagers go and they live in like this Dungeons and Dragons-esque reality competition show. Looks kind of neat, but also kind of like they're probably not going to do anything really cool, like I don't know, slay dragons or anything. But anyways, that was it. Anything else? You guys got anything? Yeah? No.
Halo picked up the pace again. Nice.
Yeah,
It's real good. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it too. So curious to see where it goes.
The Moon Knight finale was good, just too fast. I really wish I could talk to you guys about it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give anything away.
Thank you.
Especially certain events that transpire.
So,
Things will happen.
like an episode of television?
Way better.
All right.
I was thinking about doing a Deadpool pirate cosplay, but that's a whole other thing.
Our flag means death. It was amazing.
Oh, God. And that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about a couple podcasts ago. Did you finish it?
No.
Oh, my God, dude. So, like, it starts out like, this is fun, but, you know. But then, like, the last, like, 3 episodes?
3 or 4 episodes, yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they tug at your heartstrings. They make you laugh. You cry. You're amazed. You're angry.
And a little horny.
Dude. I don't know what we did to deserve this very nice thing. But thank you, Taika Waititi.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's finish it.
I should.
It grabs you by the dick and tosses you against the wall.
Finish it.
That was a great face.
Was it?
And the snapping fingers.
I was going to say, I feel like all of that had to be enjoyed as an entire entity, not just like the face was good, but with the snapping
Some
crab
of the very
fingers.
few times I wish we had video to our podcast.
Yep.
Gotta be a bitch.
Maybe I know. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day when I'm rich and famous by podcasting this podcast. What?
Anyways.
What are we, frenemies?
Yes?
No, the podcast frenemies.
Oh.
It's no more now because Trisha Paytas sucks, but you know.
All right, well, moving on. Maybe next time we'll talk about stuff and things.
Moon Knight and the finale of Pickard, and
Yeah.
I think maybe the
Knight,
finale
Pickard,
of Halo and
Halo,
Doctor Strange, hopefully,
Strange.
because that premieres tomorrow.
Depends on when we come.
Yes, I'm going to go see it. I promise.
Are you free tomorrow night at 8 o'clock? I know it's a bit of a drive, but can you come to White Bear Lake? It's a great theater, and it's one of the only places that had good seats available. The rest were like we would have to sit at like different.
It is a comfy theater.
Different like poles of the earth of the theater itself.
I will check in with my other human.
Okay, if you can make it.
Okay.
You know, I bought the extra ticket just in case. So if you
Sure.
can't, it's okay.
Okay.
But if you can, there's a ticket for you.
Okay. I will check in with the other human.
And if you would like me to see if there is still a spot available next to us,
I'll check in with the other
I
human.
can.
Yeah.
So you're saying the extra ticket is away from?
no,
it's
all 3 seats are together.
Gotcha.
I just said I can check to see if there is another
Is a fourth
seat next to us.
Gotcha.
Any last minute predictions for this film?
Fucking. Where do I start? No, I don't have a fucking one because who knows where it's going to be absolutely cuckoo bonkers, and who the fuck knows where it goes?
I don't know what kind of longevity Haley Atwell wants in the MCU, but I kind of hope that they bring Captain Carter over. I think that would be fun, but I also understand how it would be complicated. So I don't think they're going to do it. I think it'll be a one and done for her, but I would enjoy that because I truly enjoyed all of Captain Carter and What If.
Yeah, I did too.
And
I'm
I don't think I can make a prediction about this movie because it's going to be.
I can, and I can make this prediction.
The movie will start, stuff will happen, and then the movie will end. That's my prediction.
No, this is actually a specific thing about a specific character in the movie.
Do you want me to write this down?
If you want.
Tom Cruise won't be in it.
Yes, but Bruce Campbell will be, and it'll be Ash Williams.
That would be amazing, but I doubt it.
This is a bold prediction, I know,
It's
but
a
like
bold prediction.
So Ash Williams.
Yeah, played by Bruce Campbell. But we know Bruce Campbell's going to be in it because it's a fucking Sam Raimi movie.
Well, he's on the IMDb.
He is, but we also know
Ted Raimi's going to be in it.
Yeah, we also know Ted Raimi's going to be in it. He's probably playing Zombie Strange.
Like just as like the mocap or what?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Funny.
Yeah. But we also know that Ash Williams is in the Marvel Universe in the comics because Ash versus Marvel Zombies is a comic book that exists.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I would love that. Don't get me wrong.
I'm putting from 90 yards out, but
This is going to be a movie where there's going to be a lot of squealing, and I'm not talking about from the movie.
You're talking about from Kevin.
Hell yeah.
it's a movie that's going to that
know.
touches on like
yeah.
alternate versions of characters. I think
We're getting Professor X in the yellow hover mobile.
It's true story.
Kevin's going to squeal.
I know. I probably will too.
we might also get John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
We're not going.
I don't think that's true.
Although
I think we
it'd be
will get Mr. Fantastic though.
It would be fucking hilarious if he came in as an alternate Captain America.
No, the alternate Captain America. We have two of them.
I know,
in
but
this movie. We don't need three.
It's not going to happen. I just think it would be funny because he was
Don't need
originally
three. We
up
have
for
America
the role.
Chavez. And we have Captain
I
Carter.
got that. I'm just. I quit.
Okay, quit then.
All right.
Sorry to disagree with you.
Well, that's been best threesome ever. I hope you guys enjoyed the last 5.5 years.
Has been 5.5 years. That's true story. All right. Anyways, best threesome ever, episode 151. Brought to you by Heroic Goods and Games and Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Rob.
I'm Kevin. Thanks for saying that with a maximum amount of gusto.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I'm here for you, buddy.
151.
Yep.
The views held here by the nerds of Best Threesome Ever do not directly reflect the views of nerds everywhere.
I wouldn't have pegged you